This is what I did for my birthday. Spent most of the week making sets and costumes. Some people have provided their own, but real labor of love. And the cast have only seen their scripts 24 hours ago, so you'll forgive them for not having it memorized. There will be some musical numbers. We'll do the best we can. That's all I can say.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Francis. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, important note, you can't see me at all. I'm invisible, especially when I have my mask down, and I'll have a black curtain. You can't see anything that's behind that either.
All of that is invisible.
And I think that's it. Oh, that's it. Right? Yeah, okay. Pineapple is not in this scene.
Okay.
Pineapple should go over with Edison.
Someone else is though. I don't think that is, so maybe you should leave them there.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I'm on stage and I'm not leaving.
Tesla Furioso.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Hermes, I haven't seen you in ages.
Yes, Zeus, I've been quite busy. I've just finished installing an ambrosia fountain in Elysium. Now the ether droids are free to start the dam on the Styx, which will power Athena's birthday celebrations nicely. Her birthdays are usually a bit of a headache, so I'm glad we're on schedule.
You're telling me, as you're as industrious as always.
And how have you been keeping?
I've been watching the humans with trepidation. As you know, this desert god has become very popular with them, and he's been telling them to go forth and multiply. Their numbers have been increasing, and they've even spilled over into other lands. And worse yet, they've developed a fondness for gadgets and doodads, like electric chariots. They power themselves by burning all. Where am I? all manner of things. If continues unchecked, I worry the smoke will make it all the way up to Olympus and obscure my view. I've tried. I sent my son to Earth in hope that he would channel my power and bring them plentiful electricity. I had to believe it best. I had believed it best for him to grow up in the new land and have more room and influence to do his work. But it seems like the pantheon over there is a bit touchy with our humans having overrun the place. I did not watch him closely enough, and he has not had a proper education nor control of his talents. Look at the coming storm! This could be fun.
Tom, let's come inside. The weather's turning.
But Father, there is such power to harness here. I feel I could almost draw it to me.
Tom, come now.
Father?
Oh, Tom, don't worry about all that. Grown-ups are boring anyways. He's all tired. See? Can't keep up. Let's play more.
Well, okay.
His sin's gotten more and more out of control, and I can't get through to him.
A tragedy, but do you yield so easily?
You're right, my friend. Someone singing.
Go, my champion. Bring light. Oh, my champion. Bring light to humanity. Save the hunger with flame and endless power. Take the fire, give them electricity. Be Prometheus, bring the lightning if you dare. Oh, the smoke fills up the air, choking the sky. And melodies our God is drumming our steed. Burn them cleanly, always swift as birds they will fly. Give them radio waves and let them speak through the air.
Good pigeons.
Peristera, as one of my chief technicians, I have witnessed your great powers of forethought and discipline. Watch over this child and teach him how to channel his wild powers and fulfill his destiny.
Hours? Hours. Draw down power from the sky and store it in these reservoirs to power this light for a whole day. If this works, we'll be able to light up our town square all night without using whale oil.
Be careful with your loved ones, Nicola. Are all creatures like you? Can they too play safely with lightning?
Pineapple mouse!
You wield a force of nature. Learn to predict it. Greatness will follow.
What's they going to do with that? They call me. Wait. That's what escapes the clouds.
Nikki, I think it is wonderful you helped me build so much. The hydroelectric boom has helped our village prosper. The tele-automatons are a delight for the children to ride. And the radio telegraphy system ensures everyone is home for dinner in time. But I do worry about you, Nikki. You hardly have any friends. The only other living creature I see you with is that pigeon.
But Mother, she tells me so much. I'm worried the others will be hurt as I'm working. Besides, they call me names and chase me, and they never understand my ideas.
Well, few of us do, Nikki. But like them regardless. Oh, hello, Mayor. Have you come to speak with Nikki about the fairy lights for the plaza?
Yes, I was actually coming to work how much wire we'll need, and I...
Nikki, go get help! The mayor is sick! His heart has stopped beating!
Mother, I know what to do. Mother, stand back.
Nikki, you have saved us again!
My son has forged under your watchful eye.
I cannot take full credit. Peristera has been his daily companion and has carefully guarded him from excess. At the same time, she has been a fertile source of inspiration.
The time has come for him to travel to the new land and fulfill his destiny. I shall send in an envoy.
Oh, goodness. Travel by these newfangled hot air balloons may be cheaper than a hippogriff, but it's certainly less safe. There are things to make meteoric observations than commit suicide.
Are you Mark Twain?
Ah, you must be young Nikolai. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I've just come from Campaign. Reports of my death. Great things have been made.
I've read all your books. They helped me recover from cholera.
I have been complimented many times. They always embarrass me. I always feel that I have not said enough.
What are you doing here?
My boy, thousands of geniuses live and die undiscovered, either by themselves or by others. You will be granted no such mercy. I have come to take you back to America.
America?
Yes. It is where you shall fulfill your destiny. You are still green and have much to learn. But don't let schooling interfere with your education.
This is so sudden. I'm not ready. I need to think this over.
When I was your age, I was seldom able to see any opportunity until it had ceased to be one.
My destiny. All right. I'll go with you.
Apparently there is nothing that cannot happen today.
Wow, what are you doing?
I'm about to introduce you to someone, and I want you to remember, good breeding consists in fellow is a great American inventor.
Will I learn much from him?
If you hold a cat by the tail, you learn many things you could not learn any other way. This fellow has not had the benefit of your education. A self-taught man seldom knows anything accurately, and he does not know a tenth as much as he would have known if he had worked under teachers. Besides, he brags as the means of fooling the thoughtless people to go in and do it himself.
I don't understand why I'm meeting him. He sounds like a fool.
The trouble ain't that there is too many fools, but that the lightning.
Dwayne, you're back from the east, and you've brought a stray. Who is this little guy?
This is Nikola Tesla. He's from Serbia and has completed his education abroad. I believe he will be a great asset in your trial.
Oh, hi. Over time, you will come to love America. Our forests are virgin, y'all. Should travel to our merry land, as I did in the autumn following my 14th birthday. All over rode I, landward and oceanward, over glade and dell, aware of every unique topiary zone around me. Go wherever the waters flow, ride a paddle boat, now or never. Mont Blanc may be stunning, but it's no Rushmore.
Sounds lovely, but I'm eager to hear about your inventions.
Ha! Why, even in Serbia they've heard of me. My first was a novel type of washing tone for old birds who don't like their hair color. Don't forget that my best work has come through trial and error. If the first try doesn't succeed, count to 10. Seeing great inventions worth a few accidents? I think so. I owe a lot to my lab techs, as they've done a lot of the grunt work. We're in this for all the profits we can net to cut off our cash flow with cowardice is a mish. Eigenvectors and formulas work for those ivory tower guys, but let me get some pencils. Vain yammering may try to quiet my ideas, but it will fail.
That's very interesting. I can't wait to get started.
Say, that was a long flight. Are you peckish? I'll ask a servant to whip us up a meal. We can tuck evenly into. The great thing about the food here is that everything is new. Yorkshire pudding is one of our favorites. Watch out for the Boston baked beans. My accountant had them last week, and he couldn't stay off the can. Says they left him full of gas. A Massachusetts. Says it took 2 days to pass, but what shall we have for our main? Why, oh mignon. Filet mignon with oregano. George, are you getting all this? But you look faint. Let me get you a small drink right now. Just a mini soda. Our special mint julep. You won't want to miss a sip. Pee in the outhouse back there if you need to. Talk to George if you need anything else. Miss, are we bothering you? I would ill annoy you with my prattle.
So when can I start working in your lab? I'm eager to see your equipment.
A direct fellow, eh? I like that. You can start tomorrow.
Never put off till tomorrow, but do the day after.
Hey, you,
My boy, you need all the luck I can wish you working with Edison. Not like working with someone else.
He's a bit blustery. Do you think he worries I might steal his thunder?
Thunder is good. Thunder is impressive. Lightning is good.
Well, Nikki, this is where the magic happens.
It certainly is well stocked.
Lots of material for lots of experiments. You never know what something will be good for until you try it. Like these rocks, for example. You've heard of X-rays?
Of course.
Clarence and I have run a lot of trials with the stuff. Now I know it is spine like it was my own. Show us, Clarence. Clarence has helped us produce some nuclear images of people's insides. He's a real jewel of an assistant.
Glowing review.
Well, Nikki, Twain says you're a real dynamo. What shall we get you working on?
This is one of your generators?
Oh yes, that thing's got me steamed. I know it could be way more efficient, but I can't make any headway with it. If you can make it live up to its potential, I'll sponsor it for 5 years of wins.
Really? I'll start right on it. Crank, ratchet, crank, crank. There. I estimate a 500% efficiency improvement.
I'll believe it when I see it. Clarence, crank the old girl up.
It's true, sir. It's generating at full capacity and using only 20% of the fuel.
Well, B. My boy, we will make electricity so cheap that only the rich will burn candles.
Yes, surely. Now, I'd like to talk about setting up my own lab here with your generous reward.
Oh, Nikki, when you become a full-fledged American, you'll appreciate a good American joke.
You are not a man of your word.
Nikki, it hurts me to think that you think of me that way. Stick around, kid. I think we could have a shining future together. If you stay here, you'll get your fill. A mental giant like me, a visionary like you, things will go far. A day will come when everyone will speak our names.
No, thank you.
You'll be back. You'll get with the frequency.
Nice pop.
He had no hobby, cared for no sort of amusement of any kind, and lived in utter disregard of the most elementary rules of hygiene. His method was inefficient in the extreme, for an immense ground had to be covered to get anything at all unless blind chance intervened, and at first I was almost a sorry witness of his doings, knowing that just a little theory and calculation would have saved him 90% of the labor. But he had a veritable contempt for book learning and mathematical knowledge, trusting himself entirely to his inventor's instinct and practical American sense.
The common eye sees only the outside of things and judges by that, but the seeing eye pierces through and reads the heart and the soul. Finding these capacities which the outside world didn't indicate or promise, and which the kind couldn't detect, you must strike out now on your own.
Edison's generator has given me a glimpse of a great future for this land, where humans must no longer toil under gross physical labor, and they are free to pursue ideas in leisure. A land where people can be moved to the extents of the country on swift, clean rails. Where people can communicate with anyone, anywhere, on a whim.
Capital! Travel is a fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. Many of our people need it sorely on that account. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in our little corner of the earth.
If the current ran in both directions along the circuit, it could run at higher potential. This would eliminate the need for large wires and allow power to be transmitted afar, from wherever it is most abundant. This land has much sun, much wind, and much water. All of that can be harnessed in electricity, the universal language of power.
more you explain it, the more I don't understand. But believe in your skill, so I will conjure you a glorious laboratory, a place where lightning strikes as often as the sun shines. It will be perfect for you. Let's go.
My jacket. Tesla, he had a vision. Energy goes free through the ground or overseas. And to achieve this, he'll build a tower. A wondrous marvel beyond par, receiving voices from afar. To hear from British loved ones near. The ionosphere at Wardenburg Tower. Your invented towns will flower. Here at Wardenburg Tower. Wire's potential is transcontinental at Wardenburg. He'll put it all.
It's been 2 years since Tessa arrived.
Curse that whelp. Before he came, I nearly won the rights to construct a massive DC power grid to bring glory to our American land. And well, lots of money for us, believe me. But AC power will never catch on. It's just a phase.
Pity, sir.
That fool doesn't know how dangerous it is. I've done the experiment. The way he conducts himself with all his fancy mathematics just charges me up. I don't believe he understands what he's doing.
How can you convince everyone? His ideas seem to be quite popular.
It's possible to portray almost anything in a positive or negative light. Once that fool gets AC power out in the field, it has the potential to do great harm. but I think I can sway the electorates to my side and change the course of current events.
You have a plan?
Yes, a vision appeared before me. I simply must demonstrate how deadly AC power can be, and they'll switch their tune quickly. I've got the perfect candidate in mind. A pernicious pachydermy by the name of Topsy has been resisting her trainers, and has killed several men. If AC power can take down such a behemoth, it can cool almost anyone's jets. It'll be such a spectacle, I'll generate tons of press.
Goodness, an electric execution?
I think will be quite shocking for everyone involved.
Edison, this is foolish. I don't know what stunt you're hoping to pull, but
Sir, cut to the chase. You know as well as I do how dangerous your proposed AC grid is. We should have expected it to be better.
just because you have failed to understand something does not mean that no one else does.
I know you think I'm not bright as ball, but once the public sees how dangerous AC can be, they'll be arcing over backwards for my DC grid.
You know as well as I do that a DC grid would be terribly inefficient. I've tried to explain this over and over again.
What's the problem? Are you worried that I'll induce the public to fear your proposal? Well, your medicine is coming. You better open up and say, oh. Look, they're leading out our test subject now.
From my grassy homeland, just a calf they shot my mother, and they carted me away. Grew up in a circus caravan, tried to train me, but I never did obey. Oh, how they beat me, how they did, never did obey. Grew up in a circus caravan, tried to train me, but I never did obey. How they beat me, oh how they flogged me, and before long, this I swore. I have trampled 1,000 trainers, and I'll trample, yes, I'll trample thousands more. I will trample thousands more. Oh, I will trample thousands more. I will trample thousands more.
This monster, she's a terror. Show that she's an evil terror. She should listen to her masters, or she'll need
I'll turn round,
series to pass.
I'll trample
For we humans have
1,000 trains.
Die, odious beast! See, AC power has great utility for stopping hearts. My DC system is much safer.
This is nonsense. Yes, AC power is dangerous if you use it incorrectly, much like fire. In the hands of fools, anything can be a hazard, but it is simple to sheathe its conduits and transform it such that it is safe as water.
What is the tractor?
DC would require a generator every mile and huge cables just to carry a trickle. With an AC power system, electricity moves much more efficiently. It can travel from farther away. In fact, this lamp is being powered by Niagara Falls. Not all questions can be answered with brute force and bluster. Some questions must be posed in the language of nature. Ere many generations pass, our machinery will be driven by a power obtainable at any point in the universe.
Tesla, you're grounded. I'll show you what AC or DC can do.